Hey guys, Saiyan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be talking about the TEQ Dokkan Fest Bardock release that is going to be coming out on Global. I think the time that this video is going to be scheduled to go up, the banner is going to be out in about 10 hours. So that is going to be 6:30 AM UK time, I believe 10:30 PM PST. Obviously the great thing about Global is we will get the news update tonight, which is going to be, what, 3.5 hours after this video goes up, and the news update will give the celebration info, which should show the time and date of the Dokkan Fest banner, and obviously Global shows it in your local time. So I'm pretty sure, like I say, if you're watching this as soon as it comes out, it is 10 hours basically. I will be live streaming. Those of you who've seen the tweets, or I mentioned it in a previous video, I have my red bandana ready to go for the summon stream. This is a big hype release for me because I am a huge Bardock fan. But obviously today we are here to talk about whether it is worth summoning on the banner for the rest of you guys. Now, as always, I feel like I say this in every single one of these summon or skip videos, but if you are a whale or you really love Bardock, you're probably going to summon regardless of what I say, so obviously the video is not really for you. It's more so for people who are free to play or who only spend a little bit here and there on the game, and obviously you need to maximize your stones. So it's not just about the banner and how good the individual banner is, but there's also everything else that we have to think about as well. So straight away we can start off by looking at the banner as it is on JP, or as it was on JP. Now, we're going to talk about that quite a bit, but I do think the banner has the potential to change quite significantly, because if we look at the banner, we obviously have the new TEQ Bardock and the Int Tora that we'll talk about in a second, and then we have Int Majin Vegeta, STR Super Vegeta, Int Super Saiyan Broly, AGL Bardock, TEQ Transforming Frieza. I love the fact these last two are on here. Like, Frieza literally only on here because it's a Bardock, and there's no other, like, Dokkan Fest Bardock. They could have put Super Saiyan 3 Bardock on here, but they obviously wanted to keep him separate because he gets an Easy A later on in the celebration, and then that way they can give him his own Easy A banner. But I feel like he would have been way more worthwhile on the banner in terms of value than this Frieza, but it is what it is, right? So these are the featured units that were on the JP version of the banner. The TEQ Bardock is very good. I've talked about him a lot in the previous videos. I did a preview showcase yesterday, so if you haven't seen that, obviously make sure to check it out. On my JP account, I have him at 55% level 10 links, and I brought a Rainbow Friend that was level 10 links, so you kind of get to see the best of both worlds in that showcase. So one of the reasons why he's so good is his leader skill. Goku family or storied figures 170, pure Saiyans for the extra 30%. So what that means is every single Goku, every Bardock, every Raditz, gets the full 200% leader skill, and then storied figures covers all of the rest of Team Bardock and units like King Vegeta. So shout out to Toon Rami. If we ever get that Dokkan Fest King Vegeta, he will be on Bardock's leader skill for the 200% as well. So very, very good leader skill. You could easily, if you really wanted to, just use the Bardocks as third slot floating units and then just run a full team of your best Gokus. And then that team is going to be very, very strong. So he has an entrance animation, which a lot of people think is the best one in the game. I think it's very cool. He gets that and then changes orbs and has a scouter effect for 5 turns. So that's where his real value comes in. Any events that can be beaten in like 6 turns, because ideally you have one Bardock on turn 1 and the other one on turn 2. Any events that can be beaten in 6 turns, then this guy running double leads has you covered for like the whole event in terms of seeing where the super attacks are. And then the Rainbow Orb changing is useful because he gets extra abilities based on Rainbow Orbs collected. 1 makes him effective against all types, 2 gives him an extra 50% attack and defense, and then 3 gives him guaranteed crits. So that is definitely very good, and he greatly raises attack and defense on Super. So I think he's a very solid card. He fits very nicely into that sort of slot in the meta that I always talk about, right? Where he'll be able to tank bosses' normal attacks, but he'll get killed by a super. But he backs that up by having the Scouter effect to show you where the super is. So definitely a very good unit. And then his side banner unit, this guy is actually really good, but only on like a specific team build. So he gets an additional attack and defense 20% per storied figures ally on the team up to 100. So it includes him, but it means you need 4 other units. So you're obviously going to have Bardock as the lead, right? And then you need 3 more for him to get his full passive. And then he gets 10% damage reduction 10% chance to crit and a 10% chance to dodge per Team Bardock ally in the same turn. So you pretty much really want to just be using him on a full Team Bardock build. And then not only is he providing support, he gives 30% and 3 key to storied figures allies, and then an extra 30% attack and defense when there's an ally whose name includes Bardock in the same turn. And its name includes, so all the different Super Saiyan Bardocks, 1, 2, and 3, Super Saiyan 4 even as well, Bardock and Gine, all these units, they will proc that extra. So he'll be giving 60% support to the TEQ Bardock and other storied figures units. So definitely very good, all while having 30% chance to dodge, crit and damage reduction. So pretty good, but only in that specific scenario, right? Because his super attack effect, he doesn't raise defense. So he's pretty much just going to be relying on that damage reduction and dodge. So I probably would just build this guy full dodge if you get dupes, because he's basically just going to be a 3rd slot floating unit on the team. But if you are summoning for Bardock, you do, I reckon, probably want to pull this guy as well, because he's going to be a very, very good support, especially early on in the celebration before all the other Bardocks get their easy A's, and then they become very good support units to run on this team. So those guys are very, very good. Margin Vegeta is another unit that is still very, very good. I've got the SSR page open here for some reason. But Margin Vegeta is still very good. He got a whole new lease of life when the Dokkan Fest LR Trunks and Vegeta came out. I still think this unit is really good. I really like him. Vegeta family overall is a much, much weaker team than Goku family, so we do still need a lot of good buffs for that team, but Majin Vegeta I still think is very, very good. Now, the big question comes down to, as I mentioned at the beginning, is the banner going to change? And the main reason why I say that is we have Saiyan Day coming up. So when the banner releases, it will be the 1st of March for me in the UK. It's the evening of the 28th for some of you guys in the US. And Saiyan Day is on the 18th of March. So just over 2 weeks away. And they've already kind of teased the fact that we could be getting something Battle of Gods related, most likely a God Goku. I would obviously love it if it was a That's My Bulma Vegeta, but I think it's more likely to be a God Goku. And that is going to come up in like 2 weeks. And if we take a look at last year's Saiyan Day banner, when Majin Vegeta released, one of the things that always happens with these Saiyan Day banners is not only do they feature the return of the Tanabata LR for the first time, which obviously is going to be LR Vegeta and Trunks, so this is the first time they are returning on Global, meaning they'll be available with red coins. This is the Saiyan Day banner, obviously I'm talking about, not the Bardock banner. These guys will be available for red coins, and of course if you do summon for the Saiyan Day unit, you have the chance to pull them as well. But they also always feature the previous Saiyan Day unit, and then we also have the previous one from the one before that. So I might do a video closer to the time that the Saiyan Day banner is going to come out of, you know, predicting what the Saiyan Day banner is going to look like. But one thing that we can guarantee is it's going to be new Dokkan Fest exclusive here, new side banner unit here, then under this line it's going to be Vegeta and Trunks, Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan Broly, and then potentially even still AGL Bardock here in the physical Vegeta slot. And then the other cards, it could just depend on who the Saiyan Day unit is, right? Like if it's a God Goku, although these are all featured Dokkan Fest exclusive, so I don't know who it would be if it's a God Goku, but these other units could be random, whatever, right? Now, the thing about that is, if the Saiyan Day banner is going to have Majin Vegeta here, Super Saiyan Broly here, going back to the Bardock banner, oh look, there's a 2 of the main features. Oh, and AGL Bardock's there too, as well. I'd already forgotten that from the beginning of the video. So, if you take Super STR Super Vegeta out of here, and then you look at this banner, it's basically this, right? Because Majin Vegeta is going to move down here. It's basically this. So, the Saiyan Day banner is going to be almost exactly the same as this. So I have a very strong feeling that this could change, because Majin Vegeta and Broly will absolutely be featured on the next Saiyan Day banner. Bardock might drop off and they only have the 2 previous ones, but these 2 I think will definitely be on there. And the thing is, I don't think Majin Vegeta's not on storied figures, is he? So he's not on Bardock's leader skill. So whilst it is good for him to return for global players, he's going to be coming back in like 2 weeks anyway. So I have a very strong feeling that Majin Vegeta and potentially even Broly as well could change on this banner. So that is something that you have to bear in mind going forward, that could be the case. Because we look at even the previous Saiyan Day banner before that, it's the return of the Tanabata LR, and the previous Saiyan Day unit is on there. So we definitely will be seeing Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan Broly on the Saiyan Day banner for this year. So I think that makes it slightly less likely that they're going to be on this banner as well. Because if they don't change this banner, it just reduces the value of this banner so much. So if you really were on the fence about whether to summon, but you're also thinking you're potentially going to be summoning on the Saiyan Day banner, it reduces the value of this banner quite considerably. So the one last thing as well that there is to think about is the fact that looking at the data download information, shout out to my boy Proton, this was the data download from the other day that had all of the Cell and Gohan EZA information in it. But the other thing that it showed, which I feel like this is going to be the ongoing case now. I feel like I've said this every banner now, and it seems to keep being the case. So we are getting Dokkan Festival tickets that you buy from the shop. And the last couple of banners in a row now, they've all been the same one, where you can buy a 5-ticket pack, and then you can buy 2 25-ticket packs. You do a 5-unit multi for 5 tickets with a guaranteed SSR at the end. And I discussed this with somebody in the comments of my previous summon video, I think. But if you are intending to summon on the banner and you spend money on the game, the tickets are flat out, like statistically provably, better value than just buying stones. So if you are going to summon on the banner for Bardock and you do buy stones, then buying the tickets works out as better value. Because overall, if you buy all the tickets, you get 55 units. The amount you'd have stones you'd have to buy to get 55 units is more than you would spend on getting all the tickets. So the tickets are good value. Obviously, just like any summons, the tickets could still give you absolute garbage. But, you know, there are those banners where you get lucky. This is what everyone who spends money on the game kind of hopes for, right? Is you pull the new units off the tickets, and then you can buy the sales and just save those for something that's coming up in the future. So if you spend money on the game, ticket packs definitely worth it. But I think, honestly, if you are on the fence about summoning on this banner, whilst I personally think Bardock is really good, and I am really looking forward to pulling him, I do think he is not an easy skip, but I think he is definitely skippable. His leader skill is very, very good. So if you find yourself without a really good leader skill to run a lot of your good like Goku units and stuff on, then he could definitely be worth summoning for. But if you're somebody who already has a large amount of the 200% leaders, or even just a large majority of like the Dokkan Fest exclusive LRs that have 200% leaders, then obviously you don't really need this Bardock. So I think he's really good. I am hoping obviously to pull him quite quickly. This is a unit that I would absolutely love to get dupes for without having to go super deep on the banner. So you guys let me know what you're thinking down below. Like I said, I will be live to summon for him when the banner comes out. Hopefully I will see you guys there. I'm very much hoping that my intense fandom for Bardock is going to pay off and come through in return with some good summons. I mean, I literally have a Bardock tattoo on my arm, right? So hopefully the RNG gods will bless me when it comes to summoning for him. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Are you going to be summoning for him? Are you going to be saving for Saiyan Day? I guess the other thing to bear in mind is the fact that we also have Yamcha coming up at some point, then Golden Week. Then we'll also get the Dokkan Fest that will be announced fairly soon on JP. They always get the Dokkan Fest that comes out after the anniversary. We get it before the anniversary, and then the anniversary. So there's so much stuff on the horizon that's going to be worth summoning for. And if you are completely free to play, your eyes should be solely focused on the anniversary. So let me know what you guys think down below. Are you going to summon? Are you going to try a few multis? Are you going to try the tickets and then that's it? Let me know down below in the comment section, and hopefully I will see you at the stream and hopefully get some good summons myself. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.